All right, let's see. Refresh. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. Let's see if this stream goes a lot better than how yesterday went. I don't know what was going on, but if it doesn't, either way, we'll just continue with what we got going on. But um, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button as soon as you get in here. It does help out with growth and um, all of that stuff. Feel free to check out my link for BTCC in the chat. So it looks like we are at a better stage than we were yesterday. Obviously, 10 minutes in yesterday, it was like, I don't know, it was like very dry. So I appreciate the people that were here. I guess no notifications were going out because of the one video that was actually doing really, really well. Um, so maybe that was the reason why. I don't know. But either way, we have more people here. So great to see you guys. 51 people. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And also subscribe if you want to chat. I do have a little bit of, I had to go to the dentist yesterday, so I have a little bit of tooth pain that's still continuing throughout today. I probably should have taken some ibuprofen before I jumped on the stream to talk, because now my jaw is moving a lot when they had to numb me a bunch of different times, um, just because it was right near a nerve, I guess, or something. I was sensitive to like the cold, and they had to numb me a lot. So, um, yeah, still feeling it a little bit today. Maybe I'll go get some ibuprofen at some point within this, but things are looking amazing for cryptocurrency. Waking up this morning and saying, okay, where is everything in the market? First of all, seeing things that are trending on DexScan and seeing Diddy on Sol, that's that's trending on DexScan, that's up by 2,148%. I was like, come on, they're gonna create a cryptocurrency about everything, man. It's just hilarious. Um, but yeah, seeing I was wondering like what the altcoins were gonna look like because I want to see altcoin season happen, right? I'm not invested into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin running is fantastic. It's great for the market, but I want to see altcoins that run, and we're just not in altcoin season yet. So majority of people are looking for XRP to run, Ethereum to run, Solana to run, and Solana's been making huge moves already, but certain things or a lot of things in the market haven't really made those moves that we need to see in altcoin season. But we can see that it's definitely not altcoin season right now. However, the fear and greed index is all the way up at 85. So it's interesting. It's an interesting spot to where Bitcoin is seeing like all of the shine right now, and nothing else is really receiving that. So I just want to see it hit 100K. Does that mean that when it hits 100K that it's going to reverse hard? There is a potential chance that that could happen, hitting that level and reversing very, very hard. And then seeing that maybe that affects all the other positions as well out there. And we see the entire market really start to, crumble down. That's a potential chance. Now, what we could also see is the money that flows from Bitcoin directly into altcoins, but um, things have been moving for Bitcoin and Solana and some others for a while now. So you probably can expect a decent sized pullback. Still loving our XRP gains last week. Solana gains this week. What's next? What's next week? Hopefully Ethereum. I mean, it seems like this week you said Solana gains this week, but Bitcoin is almost up to 100,000. I feel like it's like a combination. We're seeing Bitcoin and Solana move together, and everything else is not really moving. Jasmine coin must be a dead coin. It's not a dead coin. It's just in a spot to where it's weird, right? For altcoins in general. And you see some of the top cryptocurrencies that are moving a little bit, but they're not moving as much as what you see with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's controlling the market more and more every single day. Like they're up to 60% dominance again. Let's go ahead and check out the market since we got 147 people here. Guys, remember to hit the like button. I like to get to a 50% of what the concurrent viewers are. So feel free to hit that like button, and if you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. But this is where the market stands. The market currently is at a 3.19 trillion dollar market cap. $3.19 trillion market cap is absolutely amazing. 3.2 to kind of round up. But to see that at a $3.2 trillion market cap and not see everything else get back to where they were at a $3+ trillion market cap, or close to three. Last bull run in altcoin season, we saw a lot of different coins hit ridiculous highs. And at their high point, you saw the market was at a almost $3 trillion market cap. And you're talking about Bitcoin up to 65,000 or 69,000, Ethereum closing in on $5,000. We're not there at all. Solana, yes, it was at $260, and now seeing it at $240. It's very, very close to that. BNB was at 800 some odd dollars. XRP reached about $1.80. It should have been a lot higher. Dogecoin, again, closing in on $1. Cardano, $3. Shiba Inu was up to 0.00. Well, that was actually before then, but it was actually up to 0.00006 or 89. Avalanche was over $100, well over $100. Pepe, it wasn't a part of last bull run, but you saw many things. Even Litecoin was up to like $400 or $500. So many positions besides Bitcoin are not really performing the way that they were. And majority of this movement right now, or all of the movement virtually, is through Bitcoin reaching almost a $2 trillion market cap. Is that not insane to reach a $2 trillion market cap? So that's kind of where we stand right now with cryptocurrency. I'm super cold. Is that vent open? That vent was not open. I need to turn up the heat because I'm cold. I hate being cold down here. Every time I come down here, I'm freezing. I guess I could always throw on a sweater, but I like to be at my house and be in a t-shirt. Yeah, 68 degrees in here. And for being downstairs, it's like 60, 62. I'm gonna turn up that heat. Turn up the heat because Bitcoin's about to run. Uh, all right, we got 100K Bitcoin happening today. It could. Yes, Diddy on Soul. I hold 400K. We're still not moving. Jasmine Coin. Look, yeah, we're still not moving. There's a lot of things that are in the same boat. Jasmine Coin will move. It will make huge moves, but it's just, again, we have this mindset. What have you done for me lately? I mean, we see the things that are happening with Bitcoin, but nothing in my portfolio is moving like Bitcoin is moving. I wouldn't say nothing, but a lot of things in my portfolio are not moving like Bitcoin is moving. So we want to see these larger moves from the things that we're holding. So we're in this mindset again. What have you done for me lately? Because everybody else is hype about Bitcoin running, but I can't be hype. I can't be happy because I'm not gaining anything here. It's staying the same. We're going to see that movement in Jasmine Coin. We're going to see that movement in XRP. We're going to see the movement in CRO. And some will all happen together and some we'll see sparingly. Obviously during this time, we're seeing XRP run, then we see CRO run, then we see Jasmine Coin run a little bit. Chill guy up next. When are we going to see Jasmine Coin again? Just explain that. What's up with 4chan? Big opportunity. I haven't looked into it. No more Gary. Have we seen more information on that? I'll have to go and type in crypto news. When is altcoin season? That's a good question. Honestly, I thought we hit these highs and that we should see it trickle down to everything else, but it seems like money is just staying in there. Matt, do you think XRP could be experience price manipulation from bots to keep the door open for whales? The accumulation over the last week doesn't reflect in the price. Um, it does because the problem is that while you have the accumulation for whales, you also have smaller retail traders that have made over 100 or 200% from where they invested, and it's perfectly fine. And also, people that are leverage trading things like XRP will, when you see these levels of money that's coming in, you also understand the money that's going out. It's like running a business, right? You think it's all sunshine and rainbows because you have revenue that's coming in the door, a lot of revenue that's coming in the door, but then you look at the cost of goods and then you realize that you didn't really make as much money as you thought. So it's kind of the same thing there. Yes, you have people that are on the fence, that are wondering how far this is going to go. They hold it, but how far is it going to go? So they take their initial investment, which is perfectly fine. And then we're just going to see more money that continues to flow into it over time, but it has to flow into altcoin season. Money has to flow into altcoins, which we haven't really seen. So altcoins are going to they're going to kind of live with how the market is via Bitcoin, but they also won't see that accumulation of assets or accumulation of volume until the trickle down effect happens. So, and XRP is included in that. So, I understand where you're coming from. Said some others. I don't think there's any manipulation at the moment. I think there always is some form of manipulation, usually by whales, that will create maybe a downturn or create a sell off based on how much they already had and how much they're looking to sell. Because again, whales don't need that much percentage gains in order to gain a lot of money. So while we're looking for maybe 100%, they might only be looking for 10% because they invested $1 million and they want $100,000 out of it. Or they gain 50%, they gain 50 or $500,000, and they're happy with that. Or multiples of that, right? Multiple millions that they're investing. Sad some others have all the time to buy when it's just 60 to 70, but didn't. Yeah. I mean, you think about it though, it's like the percentages um, are still in line, right? You see Bitcoin hit ridiculous price levels and ridiculous market caps, but you look at the percentages and it's still in line. Bitcoin's percentages are not saying low, but from 60 to $100,000, that's not growing 100%, right? Um, you're growing what from 60 to 100, you're adding 40, so you're looking at about 30 66% if that. And others, you see that are growing 100%, 200, 300, 1,000%. So some grow a lot more. It's just the market cap is much more of an effect, right? So you look at the overall market cap for Bitcoin, $2 trillion. That's basically where we were at the low point for all cryptocurrency. So it has more of an effect over the market because of the 1% affects, what, 200, is that right? No, that's not right. 20 billion dollars or something like that. Like it affects a lot for it to move 1%, but it's no more than what we gain. If I put $100 into Bitcoin and moves 1%, it still only, moves $1. But then if I put, $100 in Sol and it moves 1%, it's still only giving me $1. The point is that they're still giving me the same percentages. It's just Bitcoin has more pull, more interest right now. And also the market cap has more of an effect. Yeah, buddy, we're about to hit 100K. Yep. Yeah, can't complain. XRP did a run. I just need it to run more. Of course. Jasmine been sitting at 2 cents for too damn long. I hear you. I should have taken a long on Bitcoin back when it was at its lowest. Yeah, I mean, you could have. the issue, if you would have taken out, let's say, a leverage trade from back then, um, let's say when it was at 15,000, one, you would never hit that 15,000 again, but you'll be able to make a crazy amount with how far Bitcoin has run if you put through a leverage trade there. Speaking of leverage trading, if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check it out. They are a partner with the channel, and they offer some really, really good benefits. You can do up to 500x leverage. You can also do 10% deposit bonus, or get a 10% deposit bonus for $500 USDT or more. Extra bonuses up to $10,000, and then also 40% lower trading fees. This is a good platform. I also use Margex. If you want to check out Margex, that's in the chat or in the description. But this is a good platform that I've been using more and more every day because I can do a 2x leverage over here. So versus Margex, which is a 5x leverage. So definitely more benefits, and it's documented as available for U.S. Investors, while Margex is not. It's not technically serviced for U.S. investors, but you can still use it. So we got 229 people here, guys. I would like to get to 100 likes, so please hit that like button. It does help out. Let's get the dominance over the like button. So tap it lightly and often until it submits, I guess. Should have bought when the pandemic and then just hold until today. I mean, that's usually how it goes. People don't understand that, time in the market beats timing the market, but obviously timing the market is more fun. You going into a leverage trade, let's say you have, you go over here and you have XRP or you have anything else. Timing the market is much more fun because you could do something shorter term, get $100, get $200, whatever it is, and then get out of that play. But you can see here that I've had some of these plays since August of 2024, which is a little bit of time. It's not crazy amounts of time, but it is a little bit of time, and you can see how much I'm gaining, right? $600, $700, $1,000, because you can find the low spots. You find the low spots, invest at those low spots, hold for a longer period of time, and you can gain something crazy with it. Snow here in Chicago. A morning. I heard that we were supposed to get snow. I don't know if it was today, but it's too early for that. I'm in PA, so I heard that we're supposed to get snow. You so early. I'm always early. 97K is nuts. I was hoping it had a massive dip. Yeah, I mean, so am I. I was hoping that we saw a little bit of a dip, but the problem is that I don't want to really see the dip for altcoins. I want to see the dip for Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin sees the dip, yes, everything else is going to follow, but I would hope that we have a trickle-down effect into altcoins. But yeah. If Bitcoin has a huge dip, what will happen to alts? There's two scenarios, right? Altcoins start to run or start to fall with it, which is typical. We've seen that plenty of times. And then money will start to flow into altcoins as they're hitting lower points. Then, or sorry, after that, or not after it, but the other option would be that Bitcoin does start to fall, right? And then money goes directly into altcoins from there. So that's the two kind of scenarios that I see. I guess if you don't see it fall, if you don't see a dip, there's also another scenario to where Bitcoin still continues to see the trickle in of money, but it's not as aggressive, so it kind of stays flat. And if that's the case, then money can flow into altcoins. So that's, I guess, another scenario that could happen, but that's not within your question. I know you said if Bitcoin has a huge dip, what will happen to altcoins? But if it doesn't have a huge dip, there's also scenarios there that could translate to altcoins having more success. No snow in Maine yet. Well, that's good. Should I sell my Jasmine for XRP? I mean, look, any decision that you make is totally up to you. I never recommend that anybody sells a position for another position. You should buy the positions that you have, love the positions that you have.
Joshua donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Any tips on how to time 80% of XRP's peak of this bull run for a cash out? I plan to move profit into real estate.
So that's where it's tricky because with the unknown of how it's fully going to be implemented, right? And what's going to be said, the news that's going to come out, you can't accurately predict how to get 80% at the peak. My goal is never to sell 80% of my position at the peak. Never. So I can't really give you that advice. It's very difficult to time the market because when you time the market, you end up getting into a situation where um, you either lose out on opportunity after the fact because it dives so much, or you lose out beforehand because you're not selling, or sorry, you sell too early, right? So I always go through an exit plan to where I'm taking my initial investment, I'm protecting myself before I worry about protecting the peak price, because yes, peak price would be amazing if we can predict that we would sell everything at 69,000 for Bitcoin. Anyone would do it and everyone would do it, which would also make it very difficult to also sell at the peak again. Um, so no one has that clear, like those clear rules of the road that tell you this is where um, you sell your XRP at. My plan is to sell a certain amount at $5, a certain amount at $10, a certain amount at $20, a certain amount at 30 and 50 and 100. And if that happens during this bull run, then so be it. I'll be happy with it, and I'll be able to capture a lot of profit. If it doesn't happen during that time, then again, so be it. Whatever the max price is, I will have my certain exit plans accordingly. And I just hope it hits at least 3 or 4 of those levels before the bear market happens, which I think it will. Snow here in Ireland. Well, yeah, that's well. Congratulations on the snow. Hopefully, it's not like I like when it snows and it's not that cold out. Do you know what I mean? Like you can go out there and you're not catching a bunch of wind. It's just uh I guess dead air cold. So it can be like 32 degrees, it can be freezing, right? Or it could be a little bit lower. But if the air is dead, there's no wind, it's perfectly fine. Like I'm happy with it. But once you catch that wind, it's bad. I'm not a cold person. So hopefully it's that time, because we've had that a couple of times. I believe on Christmas one time, we had it snow and it was like it was great weather outside, dead air, no wind, and everybody was outside. You didn't even need a hat. You just needed a coat because you were playing in the snow and whatnot. But you were just enjoying the beautiful snow that was just laying across the ground, and there were no plows out, so the roads were nobody knew it was going to snow. They said that we were going to get a little bit of snow and that we wouldn't need, and then they didn't even send out salt trucks or anything. The roads were completely untouched. Nobody was out there, and it was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful just to stand out there and watch nothing and the snow like fall. It's just, I don't know, gets me excited for that time to just watch it and be, nice and cozy inside by the fire. Sounds like a Hallmark movie or like a Christmas movie. Um, I want to top off my XRP with another 1,000. So you see XRP under $1 ever again, Do I see it ever under $1 again? I mean, potentially yes. With this, um, as we look at the breakdown, over here on Margex, again, if you want to click Margex link, that's in the description. I also have a link for BTCC in the chat. If you look at the 200 EMA, the 200 EMA is above the $1 mark. It's at $1.07. It has reached the 200 EMA multiple times. It doesn't mean that it cannot break through. Now, the one thing that we are seeing here, if we look at this closely, this is literally the making of a bull flag, right? Absolute skyrocket up to a level of $1.27, and you see this kind of consolidate right here. And as it gets to these touch points, could absolutely skyrocket up and break over the $1.26 mark, but just needs that little bit of news or a little bit of a umph, which would come from hopefully the inflow of cash from Bitcoin. But it's up to you to top off your XRP. You have to believe in it further than where it is, and you may see that position or that amount of money that you put in there struggle before it ends up succeeding. That's just how investing goes. A lot of people can't take the struggle of a little bit of a decrease, and there's always a chance that we could see this back to a level of $1, or even really resist if we see everything kind of catch liquidation trades down to a level of 90 plus cents. And also we have other levels of 80, 85 cents. So just be careful. I would like to see this bull flag fully take shape and run, but we understand that really Bitcoin controls the outcome of the market. He's got 100K XRP, bro. Who are you talking to? Matt, what's up? Damn it, Bitcoin at 98K. It's at 98K right now. It is $98,000 for Bitcoin right now. It's crazy. Grok is going to $1 minimum this bull run. Grok updates coming as well as Tesla integration. Elon posted our Grok meme a couple of weeks ago, and 5 other Grok memes in the last 12 months. Bullish. I'm very bullish on Grok. I think it has so much potential, and I can't wait for that to run. I don't know if anything's really moving aggressively in my portfolio. I typically check the top of the markets, but I guess we got a VSG that's up. We got Krill that's up quite a bit, 14%. But everything else, Litecoin, Reddit, obviously, I'm down quite a bit on that. I invested like $700 into that, and it's at $9 right now. So Reddit is not performing as well. However, I still do hold it, and the reason why is because you never know if something's going to break out. Yeah, made a bad investment, live with it, but those bad investments could turn into something absolutely massive, and we've seen that before. We have no other real gains within our portfolio. Even Ponky is down by 9 or 10%, Beam 9%, Jasmine Coin about 7%. But that obviously is at a huge positive. Harvest Finance, $50. I'm still up because my cost basis is $47, but I expect that to go a lot further than where it stands. Book of Meme, I'm currently down on that. Maybe I should invest more into it. I think Book of Meme is going to be big, but this is one of my meme coin plays that could pan out well. Could, again. So anyways, where do I stand overall? 296. That's great. Hey Matt, so I have 10% of my holdings in crypto, 20% in traditional investments, 70% in real estate, totaling the 7-figure range. Any thoughts on this breakdown? That's great. Obviously, having anything in crypto, and I've told people this, right? They're always like, oh, I feel like I won't have enough skin in the game in cryptocurrency. As long as you're in cryptocurrency, you understand that you're going to be a part of that bigger picture, right? You just consistently stay in it, just like if you were investing in traditional investments. So That's a good breakdown. My breakdown is a little bit more aggressive in crypto. Definitely none in real estate. I want to get more into real estate, but I think crypto is going to provide that avenue, that opportunity for me. I could say that I have um, it's a little bit more aggressive in crypto, but I do have a lot in my long term retirement accounts as well as my dividend portfolio. So it's definitely a little bit more aggressive. And as the number grows, it's getting more aggressive in how much I have of my assets in crypto. I've broken down my net worth of like what I want to display. Obviously, net worth overall and everything that I hold is at a better spot. But from what I want to show, um, is going to be, I showed my positive net worth. I think my net worth at that point was like 600 and something thousand, which is fantastic to see any positive net worth because I can remember back to a time to where it wasn't a positive net worth. So it's good to see. Even with like bank accounts and stuff like that, I do have to factor in taxes and stuff, but even with my bank account, included in there, both bank accounts, three bank accounts. So that's a good breakdown. Why didn't you sell MAGA at $17.50? So I didn't have it at $17.50. I bought it a little bit later. And well, actually, I bought some early, but I bought more later, right? After we saw it come down and we knew that um, the the election was coming up and that we would see things that ran. But honestly, the election was kind of under underwhelming when it came to um, like it was great for cryptocurrency, obviously, because either way, it was supposed to be great for the future of crypto. But the only side to that where Gary Gensler was out and talked about him being out was on the Republican side, on the Trump side. So either way, I think we would have had a larger push to it, but I don't feel like we had a lot of weight towards crypto. Yes, we were talking about it, but it should have been where you know even leading up to it, there should have been more and more weight to money being invested in crypto, right? And we're talking about overall meme coins, we're talking about utility coins, we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about everything. So um, it was a little weird because I expected a lot more movement leading up to it, but we saw a decrease leading up to it. Jasmine needs to hit $1. I mean, it's going to. It's just definitely taking its time. Thank you, Matt. I've paid off my home. That's why I'm so real estate heavy. Got you. Yeah, my home's still not paid off. This is the thing with my house is the fact that I have a very low interest rate. So every time I think about paying off my house, which we do pay a little bit extra, and it still bothers me paying a little bit extra, even though I know it's cutting away interest. It's if you do the math, putting that money, let's say you have a $200,000 house and you have $200,000 right now to pay off your loan. If you paid off your loan right now with $200,000, you might be able to save $150,000 total, which is fantastic, right? In interest. Now, what you could do instead of saving $150,000 total right now, you could then put that money into the markets, which it can gain 8 to 10% per year. So on $100,000, you're looking at maybe 10,000 on 200,000. It's 20,000. So you're adding 20,000 to that portfolio every single year. Over that 30 years, you look at that just by 10, you have $200,000 just in 10 years that you're able to gain off that $200,000. So what netted you more and if you multiply that by 3, you end up bringing home, and that's just by looking at that. And obviously if you compound, it's a different story. You doing simple math would tell you that you would gain a minimum of $600,000. Maximum could be upwards of millions of dollars, right? Over 30 years because it's compounding. You're not just gaining 20,000 because now as the as your account is up to 300,000, now you gain 30,000, right? So if you put it into the market, you gain 8 to 10% per year, and you gain a minimum of $600,000, or you could save $150,000. What's a better situation, right? So it always leads to putting that money aside so that you can compound and gain so much more money than what you would have gained if you would have just paid off your home. Yes, now you could say, okay, I paid off my home. All of that money that I'm using for paying my home could go directly towards my investing. And you could always do that. And you could factor that into it and know that you're going to be able to gain interest as well. But over that first year, you would then have $12,000 in there gaining 10%, which could be $1,000. And next year you're investing another 12,000. Next year you're investing another 12,000. It still doesn't add up to, even if you gain something in the end, right? 1,000, 2,000, then it ends up getting the 12,000 that you gained per year. It's still not adding up to how much you would have made if you put that 200,000 into the S&P 500 if you wanted to. So it's such a struggle for me because I like being debt free and not having my mortgage, but I also understand if I have the money to put aside, I'd rather gain 10% there than save $100,000 in interest, right? So it's so difficult. It's so difficult, guys. If you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. It is something that I still do battle with, where I'm like, I have the money to pay off my mortgage, but I don't do it because I just put it into markets that are generally gaining me a lot. It just makes me feel better knowing that if I died today, right, then they wouldn't have to worry about, my family wouldn't have to worry about paying off this house at all, which they could take the money directly from there and just pay it off, but they would also have to know how to do that, which I don't know. I explain it, but it's still something that's difficult. Reddit coin used to be popular crypto in 2017. Later, Matt, man. See you. Thank you for stopping by. Leaving a 5 star. I appreciate it. Yeah, H bar is looking good too. But XRP will bring in way more returns. I agree. H bar is looking good from where it was standing and the movement that it's seen. I think people are seeing the Twitter propaganda. As many people make $100+ at 1.2%. People are still scared. I mean, you have greed, a lot of greed that's here. So maybe people are now, they're being fearful.
Angry Alex donated $2.79
Thank
through
you.
Super Chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
How much longer will you be streaming this morning?
Probably until, I don't know, until about 9, maybe. So, 3 more hours, 2.5 more hours, something like that. Maybe a little bit less, but not. Yeah, maybe until 9, or I might go until the market opens. I might go until 30 minutes after the market opens. I don't know. It depends how much we have to talk about. We do have to look at news and stuff, but that's kind of where I stand right now. Coinbase just listed Pepe this month. I know it listed Pepe, and you saw what happened with Pepe, as well as with Dog with Hat. Very strong on Jasmine. So am I. Matt, most altcoins will go to zero. Interesting. I wanna see where most of those altcoins will go to zero. First of all, I saw a video by Graham Stephan that I wanted to comment on, but I never like to create any type of drama and make it seem like I'm talking about someone else in any way. But I feel like he's wrong on crypto because yes, he's for Bitcoin and believes in Bitcoin, but he's also more of like traditional like investor and believes in the traditional markets more than cryptocurrency, which is understandable, right? This is a speculative market right now, probably a little bit less speculative than how it was years ago and even years before that. Um, but I saw something from him where he was talking about majority of altcoins do fail or are non-existent anymore. First of all, there's no cryptocurrency out there that will be non-existent, right? Even the ones that have completely rug pulled are still out here, right? And still can be invested into, and people can create liquidity on if they wanted to. And yes, other people can buy that, other people can do whatever they want with it. But the point is, it's never going to be gone. No crypto has ever fully failed in history. So put that out there. Yes, while things do decrease, they you have things that rug pull, you have people that scam people, but even those scam cryptos are still here. So none of them have actually failed. They've just gone to a 99% decrease or anything. Not saying that that's justified. It's not. Um, Also, when we look into cryptocurrency and many of the crypto markets, and I believe he had like a full breakdown of somebody investing $1,000 every single year and then managing that and seeing what would make money over that time frame. If he spoke about it the same way he does traditional investing, and literally time in the market beats timing the market. If you invested that $1,000 since Bitcoin's inception and Ethereum and all of those, the top coins for however many years, you would literally have multiple millions of dollars if you decided to do that. Yes, investing in the top coins is a different
Joshua
story.
donated
Thank you for
$4.99 through Super Chat.
the super chat.
Any difference between Crypto.com and Coinbase when cashing out?
Crypto.com and Coinbase. Yes, yes. I'll explain that in a couple of seconds. But yeah, I think if you look at investing into the markets every year until it gets to this year, you would have made millions upon millions of dollars over the money that you invested in the beginning, as long as you stay consistent. Now, if you sold it every single year at the end of the year to see how much money you would make or lose, then now you passed up all of those gains you could have had, which could have been hundreds of thousands of percent, or even millions of percent, investing $1,000 in crypto every year. It's crazy. Is there any difference between CoinMarketCap and Coinbase when cashing out? Yes. So there's always a difference between exchanges. These exchanges will have their own set bid and ask prices, and you'll see those go through depending on where they put in what their settings are with those exchanges. Crypto.com, investing directly on the app, typically you'll find a higher price if you're buying cryptocurrency. You'll have a lot lower price if you're selling the cryptocurrency. That's just how they work. Their spreads are very large. But if you were able to trade or are able to trade on the exchange, if you live in a different country than the US, you will have a little bit better spreads, a lot better spreads actually, because you're not buying from cash outright, you're swapping. Same thing goes for Coinbase. If you buy on Coinbase, the main app, you're going to have a little bit worse of a spread. You're going to have a difference in the price between Crypto.com and Coinbase. Mainly Crypto.com will be a lot higher, will be a lot bigger of a spread when you decide to make those moves. So if you're going through Coinbase Advanced, that would probably be your best bet. Any exchange, any like true exchange, if you're trading with an advanced platform, that's where you'll have the better spreads as well as the better fees. So to answer your question, yes, there will be a difference. I typically don't trade much, if anything, on crypto.com. I trade majority of my cryptocurrency on Kraken and Coinbase. And the reason being is because the spreads are closer, as well as, being able to use the exchange. So I have cheaper fees. There's a reason why Apple has 100 billion in debt. Yeah, I mean, debt is not a bad thing, but a lot of people like to kind of rid themselves from having any type of debt, to know that if if it gets worse, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, but if it gets worse, or the worst situation possible, you know that you have the minimum bills to pay. I'm a budget person at heart. So when people come to me and say, I have, this credit card and this mortgage and this, and I have this much of free cash flow, and it's like, no, you don't. You don't have this much of free cash flow, because that should not be going into your bank account. That should be going into your loan payments, right? You should be paying off those loans. Now, some people, it's if you have a higher interest loan, like if you have 30% or 20% or something, pay that off immediately. But if you have anything that's lower than what you can gain in the market, then you might be okay, right? And I think rule of thumb is, like, for me at least, is if the interest rate is less than 4%, then you can put that extra money that you have into the markets and continue to grow that and gain more, because it's going to be 8 to 10%. Some years it might be lower, but for the most part it will be 8 to 10%. um, so yeah, I mean, it's a tricky situation. I always want to pay off my debt first. Um, Even my car loan with my Tesla, I just want to pay it off. Like, I have the money to do so, but I'm always between a rock and a hard place. I'm like, I can gain so much on that money, um, but I could pay it off. Like, we paid off Erica's car loan because it was 7%. That was during that that time where everything was high, and I'm glad I didn't pay 9%, but or 10%, but it was 7%. So I said, okay, we need to pay this off immediately. Or no, actually, it was 5%, 5.5. So it's a little higher. My car loan is like 2.19. So it's like right in that spot where I'm like, I can gain so much on the money that I have there, but I could also just pay it off if I wanted to. So right now it's sitting aside and I'm gaining something on it, but every time I'm always like, you know what? I'll just pay off a little bit more. Maybe I'll do a happy medium. Um, a reason. Wait, sorry, I read that. Let's scroll down. Thank you for the super chats that I got. I appreciate it. BitConnect, one of the coins, Terra Luna Classic or Terra Luna Baby. Hey, do you have any info on RLUSD? Not at the moment. I haven't looked anything out. I haven't looked into anything else with that. Coinbase Advanced has no 10 or X10. I have no debt. I sleep well. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing is, when you have no debt, you feel a lot better. Have you seen Russia has just launched a intercontinental missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads for 4,000 miles at Ukraine? No, I haven't. I don't want to talk politics or war or anything. It's it's always a tough conversation, and it brings you very far away from the markets, which is the conversation that we're having here. Not saying we shouldn't have that conversation or people shouldn't have that conversation. I'm just saying this is not the setting for it. This is the same pattern. Bitcoin goes up, but altcoins is lacking now. I'm surprised that altcoins are sleeping this long. Someone said, "Why are altcoins sleeping?" I'm surprised that altcoins are sleeping this long, um, especially with Bitcoin running to new highs. It seems like every week it gets to, um, you know, 90, or it gets to 80,000, 85,000, 89,000, 90,000. It breaks through that, 93,000, now 95, and now 97 or 98,000 today. It's just crazy to see that. Do you have trust? Wait, do you have a trust? If so, from where? I don't. Trying to think. I don't. No. Moneymakers, not political channel. Yeah. I saw it on the news though. thought I'd let people know as it may affect the markets. Yeah, I mean everything war related, politics related as well affects the market. Um, when you get into conversations like that, though, it's like something that leads to a lot more and strays completely away from what we wanted to talk about. Even though it's meant to kind of talk about how the markets will be affected, yes, but then it leads to um, you know what sides people are on, what they think about things, and who's doing what, and what politician is doing uh, better for wars than others, and it's not something we need to talk about. But I do appreciate um, the tie-in to the crypto markets, to the stock market. We're going to see that. The supply of Bitcoin has long since ceased to be interesting for the price. It is only about the demand for Bitcoin. The demand is elastic, the supply is not. Do you have a price prediction on VeChain for this bull run? I don't at the moment. MicroStrategy stock hit $500 this morning. Did it? Because I have MicroStrategy.
Danny Egipciaco donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Have you gone back to visit VSG? Later one blockchain goes live December 18th. Huge.
Have I gone back to visit VSG? I mean, I've seen them, and I have VSG in my wallet. Um, so yes, but I haven't seen any newer updates on things that they're doing. So no. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, let me check. MicroStrategy. Yeah, I mean the day's P&L, I'm up $504. My average price into MicroStrategy was $147, and I have 10. And right now it's up to $524. Just on this position alone, I'm up $3,700. I'm actually up $5,000 on Coinbase because I invested at 187, average price of 187, and my total cost was $6,000. I only had my total cost of MicroStrategy was $1,400, and right now the market value is 5,200. My total for Coinbase was $6,000, and I'm up to 12,000 at the moment. So things are looking pretty good there. I wish I would have had time to continue to invest more into individual positions because that's working out well. Nvidia is also up for me. It's up 29%, as well as Tesla being up 90% or $648. I don't have a lot invested into those two, but I wanted to consistently invest into more plays and just stay invested in the market. Um, and find newer plays to do so with. I have Coca-Cola over here. Market value is only $130, but majority of my Coca-Cola is over um, in my dividend portfolio because I do get a dividend payout for there. So, anyways, um, how is everybody doing today? How's your portfolio doing? Are you invested into Bitcoin? Let me know if you have uh, Bitcoin or you're a person that has a lot of altcoins right now. Do you have any Bitcoin? Robinhood stock going up too. Robinhood stock easily going up $100 when Dogecoin was up nuts this bull run. Maybe. What's your opinion on projects like Grass? I think I looked at Grass the other day and I thought it was interesting. I didn't have enough detail on it or information on it, but I did think it was interesting. I usually like to talk about a lot of the plays that I have because I know more about those plays. You know, I've researched a lot more about those plays, but it doesn't mean that those are the only plays on the market that are going to run. Obviously not. There's a lot of plays that are out there that are going to make moves, and there's a lot of plays that I'm not a part of, like XLM or like XDC, right? Um, yeah. Can we get the OG recipe back? Coca-Cola will go up if we get the OG recipe back. If you add a little bit of Coke in there, is that what you're saying? A little bit of
Wisemind
something in there.
donated $3.01 through Super Chat. What a beautiful time in history, possibly today.
Yeah, to see Bitcoin possibly hit $100,000 is definitely a huge milestone. Maybe not for people that are holding altcoins, but it's definitely a huge milestone for cryptocurrency. And you're going to see many people that are talking about it. Bitcoin at $100,000 per coin. Yes, there have been coins that reached $100,000. There are coins that hovered above it that were actually at $1 million per coin. But nothing with this high of a market cap, this high of value to it. I have one full Bitcoin. I'm a whole coiner. Feeling great. That's fantastic, Swamp Donkey Crypto. That you have one full Bitcoin and you're able to reap the benefits of that. And hopefully, you hold on to that. What's your plan on that? What's your plan on holding on to that one Bitcoin? What are you doing with it? Oh, my jaw just locked up. And I told you I had dental work, so it hurts. 100 Bitcoin will be the talk of the table at Thanksgiving. Absolutely. And for someone like me who invests in the cryptocurrency, it's what's crazy? I have so many people that doubt what I invest into and what I'm doing. And yet there's also a lot of people that see, my videos and they're like, you know what, or see, how I'm doing in life and they're like, you know what, I need to listen more to this guy, right? And though the conversation will lead to 100K for Bitcoin, and it'll transition into, hey Matt, how do I get here? How do we do this?
Danny
Whoa.
Egipciaco donated $49.99 through Super Chat. Thank you for introducing me to Vector Smart Chain. It's going big. Enjoy a drink on me.
Well, thank you for the $50 super chat. That is very generous of you. I appreciate that, Danny. But yeah, I mean, there are opportunities out there. So seeing that you can be able to gain something, I don't know if you gained something in the beginning. Um, and as it transitioned, you also were able to gain more, and you're also going to see more success later. Um, that's fantastic, that you've had success with that play. And hopefully, you have a lot more success there. But like I said, I'm the person that like introduces it to people and say, hey, this looks really, really good, or this looks bad, or whatever. And then people take it upon themselves to invest into those plays. So even though people give me the credit, I give you guys a lot of the credit for actually going out on a limb and investing into something that you feel as though is going to be successful, right? Not just investing into it because somebody said so. It's like, I see it because you said it, but now let's look into this. And you know what? It actually does look really good. I see all the points that you made. I see more points, and we're going to get there, right? We're going to get to way higher levels. So I appreciate that super chat a lot. Um, I really do. I'll go ahead and like that super chat. XRP will rule them all. I mean, I think that's very true. I think XRP and maybe some people won't agree with me. Maybe some people will. But I think XRP is going to be the number one cryptocurrency in the market. It may not look like it now. Solana is up to 114 billion. BNB is up to 87 billion, but XRP is at 63. Kind of double where it was at the $30 billion mark. So great to see it at $60 billion, but it has a long way to go to be the top crypto, right? You literally have to 10x to even be worth. You're still worth less than half of where Bitcoin is, even if you 10x from here. Get some pain relief, Matt. We will wait. I don't want to go upstairs. That's the problem. All right, give me a second. I'll go up there and get some ibuprofen really quick. And then we'll bring up some things in the market. We'll see what's happening in the market. There we go. That's actually the first sip of water that I've had today, which is crazy. To go an hour talking on a live stream and not even get a sip of water. Xmas is coming. Don't forget to treat yourselves. Yeah, I mean, I don't typically expect anything. I love getting others gifts. Like I love the excitement of Christmas and giving to other people, not only the kids but family members. I wish I had enough money to give to everybody, just so that everybody can experience that, because there are also kids out there that don't get to experience Christmas like other people, but then have to still um, act very happy when they go back to school, knowing that they only got socks for Christmas or they only got clothes rather than getting, things that they really, really wanted, right? Or anything that they really wanted, right? And I know uh, Christmas it's getting more expensive with the more technology that's out there, right? People want, the Meta Quest, or what is it? The Meta VR goggles. They want, PlayStations and Xboxes and Nintendo Switches and all of those things. And it's just, it's a lot. Um, so I love giving. Me too. I prefer to give spontaneous gifts during the year. Yeah, I love giving people stuff. Um, but the problem is that I can't give everybody everything because then I waste all the money that I have. So um, I know that it makes me feel great, to see that somebody is better off with the gift that I gave them, even if they're not. I mean, I like just giving. If I feel like it's a great gift and it ends up being not a great gift for that person, they can go and sell it or whatever. But the point is that I was able to give. I hope to give things that people need or want. Oh yeah, I want a gift. I bet. I bet. There's 356 people that are here. I'm sure everybody would like a gift. Will other cryptos merge with XRP? Will they merge with XRP? I mean, I don't know. I'm not um, just looking for that to say whether XRP is going to be a success. I'm looking more for just their Ripple's use case in the market. Apple Vision, that's ridiculously expensive. I think they discontinued that. I don't think they sell it anymore, right? Or no, I'm not. I'm wrong. They still sell it. They don't sell the Meta Quest Pro. So I have the Meta Quest Pro over here. They don't sell that anymore. That was just for developers and, honestly, to probably make up for R&D, and um, then they can develop the Meta Quest 3, which honestly I used and I was like, this is better than the Meta Quest Pro. And I'm like, that's $2,000, $1,500, and then the MetaQuest. 3 was I think 500 or 600, which I kind of want that, but I also now want to wait for the MetaQuest 4. So I started with $23 in 2014. Today it's been pretty good. Make it's wait, it's been pretty good. Make more bags and buy low and dollar cost average, just hodl. And yes, I buy those things from Reading White Papers, same quant, Jasmine, XRP, etc. I call it coffee. Interesting. I'm giving people a new layer one for Christmas. VSC is the official launching mainnet in December 18th. I want to be able to buy a friend a house one day. I want to be able to buy my parents a house one day. But at this point, houses are going to cost $1 million for a shack. Like I don't, houses are still ridiculous. Like the value of my house is great, and we like where we live, and maybe we should just add an addition and just continue to add on to it. But like we want more space, and we feel like no matter how much the value of this house has gone up, any new build that we get will also go up in value. The future is bright. Yes, it is. Can you have a look in Velo? Let's go ahead and look at the markets first. I want to see what's happening in XRP news as well as crypto news. Let's see if there's anything crazy. I know it's going to be all around Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin climbs closer to $100,000 on Trump's support for crypto. 5 warning signs Bitcoin's price could be about to crash. I mean, we all know that that's within the realm of possibility. Bitcoin climbs reaching a new all-time high above $98,000. Trump eyes official crypto lead. Crypto analyst says Dogecoin's price has entered parabolic surge to $23. Oops, to $23.36. Here are reasons why. Please tell me why it can reach a $2.3 trillion market cap. Factors pointing to parabolic surge for Dogecoin price. Highlighted a recent surge for Dogecoin's prices by whales who recently bought around 140 million Doge tokens within 24 hours, equivalent to $56 million in November 15th. Whales accumulate is one of the biggest signals of
Angry
confidence.
Alex donated 27 Canadian dollars and 99 cents through Super Chat. Hey Matt, I am sorry about my friend who harassed you on Monday and made fun of your portfolio. I think he's being overprotective of me because my portfolio is completely revolved around you.
Oh, your portfolio is completely revolved around mine. Let's prove him wrong this run. So wait, your friend that made fun of my portfolio? I can't remember somebody making fun of my portfolio. I remember something that I talked about. It might have been yesterday or a day, I guess Monday. I don't know, but that's fine. It's all swept under the rug because I don't even remember it. But hopefully, not only did you just revolve around my portfolio, but you also did research into those things because it's always great if you understand it as much as you possibly can and you see the benefit as much as you possibly can. So, um, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, but I think um, I again I don't know exactly how you worked around investing into different cryptocurrencies. I don't know if you have the same type of percentages breakdown from for you to me, or you have the same amount that I have. But I mean, It's basically a copy trading portfolio at that point. So hopefully, you can make your own decisions in the end of when you're going to sell, and you have your own exit plans. Because while it may be revolved around my portfolio in the numbers or the different positions that I have, you still make that choice in the end, or in the beginning and the end, right? To buy it and to sell it. You make those choices, which are arguably the most important choices, is to buy it and to sell it, and when to sell it. So thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it, but I don't know who that person is that made fun of my portfolio. It's all swept under the rug at this point. um, Anyways, let's continue on. The confidence among large holders in cryptocurrencies outlook. As such, an increase in whale activity tends to precede significant price movements. um, While whale activity is crucial, Martinez also pointed out that retail investors are only beginning to recognize Dogecoin's potential. He dismissed claims that Dogecoin's price growth is constrained by its market cap, or a sell the news mentality, noting that the interest in Dogecoin has yet uh, reached the levels witnessed during the 2021 bull market. This, according to him, suggests significant untapped demand that shows the Dogecoin price has more room to grow this cycle. Not that much room, though. Further, despite the recent 360% price increase, Martinez argued that Dogecoin remains far from overbought territory. He pointed to the MVRV indicator, which has reset to 45.65% after correction last week. This observation suggests that the cryptocurrency has room for further upward movement without facing immediate selling pressure. Okay. Here's the targets, I guess. Pivoting to technical analysis, Martinez revealed that Dogecoin's price prediction range based on Dogecoin's historical patterns and Fibonacci retracement levels. He identified key price targets at $2.40 and $18. He also cited, which is crazy, identified key price targets of $2.40 and $18. He also cited that Fibonacci extension levels of 1.6 to 2.2, 2.27 from the 2022 bear market low of 4.9 cents, which corresponded to $3.95 to $23.36, respectively. These targets are grounded in similar behavior of Dogecoin's prices during the bull runs of 2017 to 2021. I don't understand that at all. Are they going to go through and say like what that would be? Because you can do all of these calculations all you want, but market cap still does matter. If you're talking about 23,000 or $23 and 36 cents, and you're saying that it has, if you're just looking at a basic level of $100 billion coins, we're talking about a 2.3 trillion dollar market cap, and actually it has 146 billion coins. So it's ridiculous to say that it's going to get to a $23.36 price. It's to say it's going to get to a 2.3 trillion dollar market cap or more is insane. I understand you can see Bitcoin right now is just about to reach 2 trillion, but to say that a meme coin, which could have some potential utility and all of that, is going to get to a $2.3 trillion market cap or more, I can't say that, right? I have a target for Dogecoin between 100 and 150 and 200 billion dollars of a market cap. I'm not looking at no 2 point something or $3 trillion for Dogecoin. I'm just not. I've learned that a lot, that those articles are written by people that don't understand market cap. I mean, for a certain a point, yes, you can say the target looks amazing in technical analysis, saying that it could get to these levels, these prices, but you're doing it based off traditional investment styles. Traditional investment styles, you can say that things move based off standard technical analysis, no matter really. You still have to factor in market cap, but not really factoring in the market cap because a lot of those things are sitting in the millions. These are sitting in the billions of dollars worth of market cap. We're talking about a cryptocurrency that, yes, could be used as a form of payment and could honestly propel it to something worth a lot more, kind of like $1 trillion business. So you technically could have that, but my targets are not there, especially this bull run. And I'll let you know if that transitions into if that could be possible as we see other things that are implemented. Because you understand Elon Musk can implement, you know, payment option for Dogecoin or something, but we haven't seen that yet. Just bought some more XRP and HBAR at these prices. I mean, it's not bad, but you just know that you might end up seeing some negativity before you see positivity. Just to kind of clarify. Let's see what else is happening in the news. Anything new that's not. Let's go to. See, I don't want to go to those sites which they literally talk about Bitcoin getting to 100. Logan Paul accused of misleading fans over cryptocurrency investments. What else is new? uh, Obviously, you always know that that's a case. How do you feel about Bitcoin? Bitcoin mining stocks movement along with this Bitcoin 100K price. I mean, um, mining in general still has interest. This cat, what are you doing? Um, Mining in general still has interest, obviously, because people can be able to gain off of mining newer cryptocurrencies and older cryptocurrencies and all of those things there. Um, but I still think mining is on the way out. It's not efficient for the world, obviously for energy consumption and things like that. So I think it's out. It's not going to be as impactful. The only one that you're really going to see, you're still going to see it, obviously, because Bitcoin's still going to hold a lot of a nostalgic feel, as well as that store value, and being able to capture whatever Bitcoin you can will be huge. um, but you're seeing it definitely transition a little bit, and it's going to start to get better and better with that transition into other proofs. So it's great to see them move, and I'm sure mining stocks, is that what you asked for? Mining stocks will move with it, right? I think you will see things that move. Are they moving now? I haven't checked into them. We'll have to look. If you have any information there to let me know if they are moving, um, feel free to put it in the chat. If 8 billion people are buying Dogecoin worldwide, I mean, if they are, and 8 billion people are using Dogecoin worldwide, it gives it a use. But the point is that we're not using 8 billion people are not using it. You have I don't even know what percentage of the country is actually invested in the crypto, but you have a lot of people that are very, very skeptical right now. Definitely more than where it was even last bull run, because more people are now becoming aware of it, even though I've been telling them about it while it was at the absolute lows. This is the crazy thing, though. Like, I've been screaming like at the top of my lungs to buy cryptocurrency and hold some cryptocurrency while we were at the bottom, while Bitcoin was at 15,000, Ethereum was at 800. While we were at a very low point, I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, hey, this may be a great time for you to get into cryptocurrency. If you are not in it already, get in it. And if you are already in it, maybe you should dollar cost average into it. Dollar cost average down and just continue to buy more, because crypto is going to be worth a lot more than what you think, right? So, yes, it's a speculative market. Yes, people are still like, oh, well, I told you crypto can go down by, 80%, and it did. But now it's back up to even higher points. And many people are saying the same thing. I should have invested into Bitcoin when it was at 50,000. I should have invested into Bitcoin when it was at 40,000. And some people did, and then it came back down, and then they ended up selling because they thought it was going to come back down to 15,000, because everybody told you that Bitcoin was coming down to $2,000. Like, I knew it was coming down I didn't think it was going to go down to 17 or below 17. I think it was at 16 or 15. I didn't think it was going below that. But um, either way, it still climbed or fell down to a low price where it was obtainable. But a lot of people believed, oh, it's going down to 2,000 because that's what some of these experts told you when they don't know anything about crypto, right? They don't understand. They understand a little bit about the cycle and they think they know everything, right? So, um, it's not something you panic over. It's something that you see an opportunity over. Same thing goes in the stock market. If you find a low point in the stock market, you buy in that low point. Let's see. I guess now they're comparing Cardano to XRP, and they're saying which one will hit all-time high first. I mean, I would hope XRP, but both of them kind of seem to be. I mean, Cardano just hit uh, levels to where you're seeing multiple tens of percents of an increase. XRP is doing the same thing, seeing that go 100% in the last month. Fantastic. You dollar cost
Angry
average, no
Alex
excuses.
donated 2
Very true.
Canadian dollars and 79 cents through Super Chat. My portfolio hasn't run since June. Hope run soon.
What do you have if your portfolio hasn't run since June? I would imagine you have Terra Luna Classic because of the image. Um, Things haven't really run for Terra Luna Classic yet. I'm hoping December is the same December that we saw um, last year, but there's maybe a chance that it might not. Bro, I was here with you when you went from zero XRP to 100K. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever had zero XRP, but I definitely had zero um, videos about it, right? Um, I've invested into XRP and it was always for a short term or um, trade to where I had it for a swing trade or a day trade. That was what my XRP was because of the lawsuit. And many times, anytime I said, hey, I want to invest in XRP. As soon as I said that, people came up and they were like, don't do it. It's in a lawsuit. It's gonna fail. It's gonna go to zero. Even though it was already at $0, they were like, it's gonna go to zero. It's not gonna be a great investment. Then it went up to $1.80, and they were like, don't do it. And it came back down. Obviously, that was in the bull run because I started investing before things hit their peak. Um, and investing more at a middle ground point in a lot of things. And I wanted to buy an XRP before it pumped up to a dollar plus $1.80, and then it dropped back down in the bear market. But yeah, it was definitely a larger journey, and I want to obviously thank Margex for giving me the opportunity to leverage trade because I leverage traded XRP with my XRP and gathered more XRP in return. Ended up capturing like $30,000 worth of XRP from my trades. And it made me very, very happy to be able to capture that much from those trades. And now I can sit on the 100K XRP because I was able to consistently add there. You accumulated a lot more last year. Lunac, Jasmine, Elmo, Lucky's Leprechaun Farm, VSG. So yeah, all of those like with growth, obviously Terra Luna Classic ran in December. You had Jasmine Coin that just more recently ran within this last year. But you should be up if you bought at those low levels of 40% of a penny or whatever. It ended up increasing and you see it up about 500% from 40% of a penny, or it could be a little bit more from 30% of a penny. Um, so that definitely moved quite a bit. Elmo hasn't really, I don't think it's made a move in a while, and they pissed me off at a time. Lucky's Leprechaun, I hope, can make a huge move in the altcoin season. I invested early at like $80,000 market cap. It's at a $90,000 market cap. It went all the way up to a $2 million market cap, where some people took their profits, and that's great to see. You take your profits, it comes back down Hopefully they have more exchanges to push them forward, but that's on them. If they want to launch on exchanges, they kind of have to pay in order to do that. Um, uh, Farmcoin, it's a great play. I still have a lot of Farmcoin, and VSG obviously had a large run, and hopefully you see more of a large run as time goes on. You think it's too late to get in XRP now? I'm a newbie. I don't think it's too late, but again, I think you have to understand that XRP is at a higher point, meaning that if you do see any type of retracement, you're going to see there's a large chance that you could see a potential negative portfolio before you see it work out as a positive one. So just make sure you're understanding of that and that you're in it for the long term rather than the short term. Because if you're in it for the short term, you're going to be very upset with your portfolio because it might not work out in your favor. However, there's multiple scenarios, right? We could see this take off to where um, uh, Bitcoin money and the investors, that money flows into altcoins, or the whole entire market tanks, right? So we will see. Yes, they are moving currently. Mara up 50% in the last 3 months. BT up 17%, 100% for HUT8 in the last 3 months. That's fantastic. I'm up on Jasmine, down on everything else. What price did you buy in on Luna? Did you buy in? Obviously, it had to have been higher than where it is now. So you're down on every other position. Did you see those the gains for everything else when Lucky's Leprechaun ran up to a $2 million market cap and then ran back up to a 1.8 and then fell down, then ran back up to $1 million market cap? Did you see those gains? Did you not take any profit during those times? Same thing goes for VSG. VSG ran up a lot to like a $10 million market cap, and then came back down, and then went back up to like a 11 or even I think $20 million market cap. Like it got really high. Um, oh, you invested at 0.0004, so 3 zeros and a four, which is um, the growth up to the high would be about 20 or would be about 50% of where that price is. That's definitely a higher price than than what I would hope to have. Obviously, I have a very, very low price, but you can only buy where you can buy. And right now would be averaging down quite a bit on that play. Um, but that would be for a longer term hold of hopefully, getting to that 1 cent price point, which I do believe it's going to get to. If there was going to be a significant retracement, I think it would have happened by now. I don't know about that. We will hover around 1 point. Oh, so for XRP, I can't say that I 100% agree with that. We have seen a significant retracement from $1.26 down to $1 is definitely a significant retracement. So don't get me wrong, we have seen that already where it's dropped down by 25 to 30%, right? However, I think when we look at the entire market and we see Bitcoin that may react, there's two reactions that altcoins can have, right? Money is flowing into altcoins and Bitcoin stays kind of flat or decreases a little bit. However, you could see also that Bitcoin could decrease and everything else comes along with it. And that's where the money starts to flow into there. And typically you do see that where Bitcoin comes down, all the other altcoins, people are like, yeah, you know what? Let's wait for a lower price. They start coming down. The people that invest in the Bitcoin now invest in the altcoins at a lower price. And then you see altcoins that start to skyrocket. No need to be hollering at Matt over your poor crypto decisions. Who are you talking to? QM. Earlier you said no crypto has fully failed. Why can I not get my little money back from SafeMoon if that is the case? So why can't you get your little money back from SafeMoon if that is the case? Oh, in in how, like, how did you put that money in there? Because the no crypto is fully failed and it's still available for you to purchase. It doesn't mean that um, because if you have like 1 cent invested into a cryptocurrency because it did come all the way back down 90%, 99%, it's still available for people to purchase. It's still available for people to sell. But the problem is that if it has no liquidity to act upon when you decide to sell it, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell it. As well as if you end up getting back literally pennies or less than pennies, it's going to cost more for you to sell that in the fees of the network versus um, getting that money back. So um, there's certain ones that will make it very difficult to do it, but there's no cryptocurrency that have ever 100% failed, and you could buy it right now or buy up liquidity to build up that cryptocurrency again. Um, but there's ones that people just don't want to touch because of the fact that it has no movement, no popularity, no exchanges, and no liquidity. But it doesn't mean that you can't build up that liquidity yourself if you wanted to. But appreciate your question in all caps. Um, but yeah, I had money in SafeMoon as well. I always leave my money there just in case things do run, and obviously some of them just don't work out. But my gains have obviously superseded those losses that I have had on smaller ones because I'll put $50 or $100 there, but then other places I'll gain thousands of dollars. So I make sure that I'm only investing, what my profit is. Yeah, my stuff was running a lot when Lucky's was at 2 million, but I had no desire to sell because I believe it will go much further. Yeah, I mean, um, I didn't sell my Luckies either because I do believe that they have a lot more potential than getting to just a $2 million market cap. It's just I feel like other coins have had a lot more of an opportunity because of the exchanges that they had and the expendable money that they have. Lucky's was built by a person that I believe was in the military, pretty sure, and he was funding it all himself. And that's the issue is that when you're funding it all yourself and you're using all of your money, getting on exchanges is very difficult because they're trying to give you the same prices that they would have for a person that has or a company that has expendable money, like just extra money laying around. So they have the coins and they'll give them the coins, and then also MEXC will say, we want $30,000 as well. In order to list your coin, you have to pay us $30,000. And then you end up paying $30,000 and you get listed. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But there are others out there that have a lot of money to do so, a lot of funding, and maybe they should have done a pre-sale or something to go towards exchanges. But especially in today's world, but they were already live, and I thought it was very interesting um, to see that project that was at an $80,000 market cap and how far that has risen. You know, I started out talking about that, and a meme coin that was at $80,000 grew all the way up to a $2 million market cap. It could grow a lot further than that, or could have, if it had the availability on exchanges for people to purchase it. Um, and again, the issue was always about money. The exchanges didn't want to list it because they didn't receive enough money from a project like that. And sometimes those exchanges can be sketchy, right? They'll receive money plus they'll receive the tokens, and then they'll take the tokens and they'll just sell the tokens immediately and not offer it on the exchanges, right? Which is crazy to say that because you think about it, and everybody talks about these, scam artists that are out there that will take everyone's money or tell them or whatever, right? These exchanges will take $30,000 of somebody's money for a project, basically as a sponsorship. They'll promote it on their Twitter, telling people, hey, you can invest in this position. And then they'll also take tokens. And if they feel as though they don't want to, like they don't see enough volume in it, they will take majority of those tokens that are not being used and they will sell those, meaning that they don't have all of those available because majority of people aren't trading that much on their platform. If they do end up trading that much or trading something, then they just either find a way to rebuy it at a lower level or something like that. And these exchanges just know how to work those things. They're honestly the biggest scam artists that are out there. These tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 exchanges can charge upwards of $2 million to get listed on a platform. I'm sure that's the reason why. I'm sure that's the reason why Pepe, got listed on Coinbase, because they were fully against it, but then they were probably like, "We'll give you $5 million or something like that," and they took it because it's $5 million. Or the volume would be just significant, and you already see the volume on there. Matt, do you think Dogecoin will run to $1 anytime soon based on technicals? I think it will run to $1, but we have to see altcoin season start up first. It's not really about just the technicals, but based on the technicals, we should see it run to $1. Um, it's never been there before, but it should get there. ETH is moving, is it? All right, ETH is up by 4%. That's good to see. I love to see it. That's kind of sounded like it was a smoke detector when it was my shoe. I can't do it again. There we go. I would have been annoyed if that's the case. I'm gonna do it. How long does it take for a smoke detector to go off? Is it like every like minute or something? Every 2 minutes? I should do that every 2 minutes. Just go. Um, let's see. We got 356 people here, guys. If you can hit the like button, I would appreciate it. I think we're definitely lacking on the likes. If you can get me up to 100 likes, I would appreciate that a lot. Also, if you want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check it out down below, or actually in the chat, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus. You can get up to $10,000 in extra bonuses, and then also 40% lower trading fees. You can trade up to 500x leverage on BTCC if you want to, and you can also trade a 2x leverage, as minimum as a 2x leverage if you wanted to. I also have a link for Margex in the description. This is a great platform that I've been utilizing for a while. You can see all of the money that's flowing on here, and it's great to see Ethereum hitting higher levels of 3,200. I want to see a lot more movement in altcoins. Your shoe battery is running low. Jasmine is waking up. Well, Ethereum's waking up. So hopefully everybody's happy. Bitcoin Cash is up by 15%. Ethereum Classic is up by 9%. You have Mantle that's up by 8%. Radium, you have Arbitrum that's up by 4%. You have Litecoin that's up by 4%. Maker, 4%. Solana, 3%. Ethereum, almost 5%. So let's just continue to see. Sorry, I just spit. That's disgusting. Let's continue to see that move and everything else move as well. We need altcoins to skyrocket. Well, I at least need altcoins to skyrocket. I want to see that money flow into everything else. In the last hour, it's up by 3%. Solana is up by 3% as well. I want to log in. I'm not logged into BTCC. Let me Let me quickly get out of here and log into this platform really quick. Let's see. Okay, now let me log in. Let me log in. Let me just log in. Wait, I'm already logged in. Perfect. Let's go to markets and let's go to BTC something. Let's look at my positions. So I have a couple of positions that are open um, for BTCC. I have a position in Terra Luna Classic at a 3x leverage. I'm up $28 at this is the current price. This is my open price right here. I used 100 USDT. I also have CRO that's up by $55, and I used 272 USDT. So that's definitely a higher one, and I did it at a 3x leverage. I also did a 5x leverage for Caspa that's up by 100% or $66. That is there. So that's great to see. And my total balance, the total balance is $733. That is being used there. And you can see that move. The P&L is now currently up by $150. So yeah, things are looking great for cryptocurrency. You said ETH on the daily golden cross. Is that true? Is that why we're seeing it pump? Every time I've mentioned the golden cross, it just never pans out the way that you would hope that it happens or is supposed to happen. Um, so I don't know. I sometimes don't think anything of certain patterns, but either way, fantastic to see Ethereum making these moves here. Jasmy, what's Jasmy doing? Let me look at my portfolio because that's where I can see all of my positions. Jasmy coin is up by, in the last hour, is up by 3.2%. Great to see. In the last 24 hours, still down by 2.2%, but still up to that 2 cent mark. It honestly should be a lot higher than where it stands, but we make do what we have. I'm thinking I should make a investment into Jasmy coin. Ooh. Because Jasmy coin sitting at 2 cents is a good level. It would have been better a couple of minutes ago. At so let me see where Jasmy is.
Angry Alex donated $2 Canadian and 79 cents through Super Chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
I'm going to be out of Jasmy fully by 25 cents.
All right, that sounds good. Again, everybody's plan needs to be different, right? If you're going to be out of Jasmy fully at 25 cents, that's great. You're going to have a lot that you gained. I don't know what your full exit plan is on where you're going to sell at a level of 5 cents, 10 cents, 20, whatever. But either way, congratulations on those gains, right? Those gains are going to be amazing. I obviously have a more aggressive plan where I'm going to not even fully be out of Jasmy at a level of $1.50 because I think there's still a potential chance it can go a lot further depending on different things that factor into it. But I will still have certain points that I do sell a larger amount of it. It's just maybe 100,000 or 50,000 is sitting over in my Ledger wallet or over in a separate wallet where I don't see it. Thank you for the super chat. XRP to the moon. Can't wait for that to happen. So currently, Jasmy is at a decent price. Let me go ahead and look at it on a better scale. How far is this? So this is April. It went all the way up to a 4.4 cent price point. We saw this get down to this point. Obviously, this would be the best time to invest 1.5 cents. But right now, even at a level of currently being at 2 cents, I still feel like that's around average of a consolidation before we see that truly skyrocket with everything else. So I do want to put through maybe another leverage trade. Not at a 50x leverage. I'm gonna do it at a 5x leverage, or maybe I can do it at a 10 just to risk a little bit more. Do it at a 10x leverage, and I literally only want to put like $100 in there. That's too much. I would be margining 60, 70, 80. I want to do 100 USD that I'm doing. So it would be about 40%. 101 USDT to gather. The contract value will be $1,000. I'm putting in 100. It's at a 10x leverage. I'm going to go ahead and do a long. That's a little bit higher of a leverage than what I normally do, but usually anything less than 10. So the reason why I'm doing that, and I am going to have to put through a stop loss. So 10x leverage, 5x leverage would be about 20%. 10x leverage would be about 10% of a drop, right? So you have to do that math in your head in order to add a stop loss. Because if you don't, they're going to have the complete liquidation at a level of 10 cents, right? And that always changes depending on how your overall balance is or what they have in reserves. So, sorry, 1 cent, not 10 cents. 1 cent would be a liquidation point. So that's obviously a liquidation point that I don't think it's going to get to. But again, that can always change over time. So if I do this and I add a stop loss of 10%, that should be the whole entire amount, and it should also give me a liquidation point here. I'm trying to think of exactly where it is. The price trigger will be at 1.8. So if it comes down to 1.8, 1.83, then this $100 gets liquidated. Now, again, that's a risk I'm willing to take with how much money I have gained. And I'm not putting in a stop loss before that. I'm playing it in a different way because my strategy has kind of changed. I have certain strategies where I'm looking to lose only 20%, but that's more short term. Longer term, I'm looking for something. Obviously, it's not a crazy gain that you would have there, or crazy leverage trade that you would have there, but I am looking for a little bit more of an aggressive gain from a $100 investment at a 10x leverage versus a 5 or 3x leverage. It will end up being 250,000 Canadian dollars total exit. And then is that's after taxes or that's before taxes? Since everyone I've seen has said 20 to 25 cents on Jasmine, I'm thinking double that because the masses will send into parabolic phase. I don't disagree. CRO is breaking out. Where's CRO at? It's currently at 18 cents. So yeah, it's moving a little bit. Let's check it a little bit closer. We have Bitcoin that's at 98,000. We have Ethereum that's at 2,200 or 2,300 right now. Solana that's at $244, almost $245 there. XRP that's at 112. Cardano, it's seeing a little bit of a decrease, but still is up in the last hour of 1%. AVAX, $35. I want to see that go a lot further as well. Pepe, up 2%. Litecoin, up 5%, up to $90. ETH is breaking out. I can see that. I'm excited for ETH because obviously I have a larger leverage trade. I want to see that get to 4,000 today. Honestly, that should be at 5,000 already. It would be 200K after taxes. Got you. That does seem a little light on taxes, but if you're doing it long term, that might make sense. That puts it at 5 to 6. 5 out of 6. Wait, 5 to 6 out of all tokens. Though everything else would increase, but that's astronomical. Yeah. Is XRP bouncing in a bull flag? That's what it looks like. Looks like it's establishing a bull flag right now. Um, but I don't know if it's truly bouncing right now in that like extended bull flag. So it's just ETH is almost up 9%. Holy cow. Almost up 9%. I mean, right now it's only showing that it's up 6%. Maybe you're looking at a different platform to where they have a specific cutoff. But right now, in the last 24 hours, the full 24-hour cutoff, you're looking at 6.3%. XRP is my golden child. I really think it could $1.50 for XRP. Yeah. Or you're talking about Jasmine. Jasmine can definitely get to $1.50. I agree. That's a $75 billion market cap for something that has a lot of popularity like it does. I think $50 billion market cap is no brainer. We are going to see a reaction around the $1 mark, whether it's a reaction lower, reaction higher, but we are going to see a reaction nonetheless. Matthew, Grokcoin. What's Grokcoin doing? Is it moving at all? Let's go here. Let's go to Grok. Grok. Grok is up by 10%. It's still not at the 1 cent mark. It should be worth a lot more. It's at a $54 million, $55 million market cap. It's up 11 or has 11% in volume, up 16 or 11 million in volume, up 16%. Volume to market cap ratio is 20%. Yeah, I really like Grok. I have $7,000 invested into Grok. So this is definitely the highest amount that I've invested into a meme coin. I also have 1 million of it. So I believe it can go a lot further than where we stand. I just want to play it safe.
Arthur Morgan donated £1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you for that super chat.
Thoughts on EGLD?
So I think I've seen this position a couple of times, which is E Gold, right? Am I wrong? Or no, that's Multiverse X. What was I thinking about? That was E Gold. You're talking about Multiverse X. Is this it? Let me know, Arthur. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Are Ripple and Cardano doing something together? Rumors? Yeah, there's rumors that Ripple and Cardano have some sort of partnership. And I talked about it yesterday not yesterday. It might have been the day before that. No, it was yesterday. Because I wanted to create a live stream yesterday and I thought it would be a great live stream and ended up only seeing 19 people in the first 10 minutes. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Nobody's getting notifications. Nobody knows that I'm live at the moment. And it just didn't work out. So I ended up doing a separate video on it, which I don't know how it did. I don't know how that video did. Give me a second. The video did okay. It was about 4,000 views on it. But yeah, the one video that I had, XRP, the Fed buyback explained, had about 36,000 views. So that's something that was continuing to gather views. I guess the notifications were going out for that versus going out for
Little
the
_ the bodyguard donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Shanghai court just ruled that crypto is legal.
That crypto is legal? Well, that's great. I don't know what Crypto is, but crypto. That's fantastic. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. I really do. Is this the position that you wanted to look at, Arthur? Well, if it is or it isn't, I'm not going through another position because it's taking a long time. Multiverse X is sitting at a $30 price point, $838 million market cap. Definitely in a great point. Also, market cap wise, market cap to volume ratio, you're seeing a 7%. A 7% volume to market cap ratio, also $61 million in volume. The different markets that it's available on, you can buy it on Coinbase, buy it on Binance, which gives it 2 S-tier exchanges. You also have tier 1 exchanges and 165 other exchanges that are there. Majority of the supply, actually all of the total supply is out there in circulation. You have a little bit of the max supply. I don't know how that's implemented there or if it's going to be implemented into the total supply. But either way, it's not going to have a major factor into it at all. But having those 2 S-tier exchanges, even though I know nothing about what it is or what it does, still provides a ton of security and understanding that this can be worth a lot more than where it stands. I just don't know what the growth has been over the last 7 days, and over the last year. Over the last 7 days, up by 4%. The last month, it's up by 14. The last year, it's down by 30%. In all history, we're still seeing this up 76%. But the high point that I got to is about $500. Don't know if there was any dilution. It looks like there was a little bit of dilution as it came into here, as the bear market happened. And as we see there, we saw a little bit of dilution that added up into it. But it did get to a $9 billion market cap. So I believe it's going to be probably, and I'm going to say probably, if I had to guess, 2 to 3 times more than where this price point is. So if you're currently seeing it at a $1 billion market cap, you'll see it get up to that $9 billion, which would be, to make things simple, let's make it a $10 billion market cap. It would be a 10x from here, as well as seeing a double of that. So it would be about a 20x for where you do see this project going. But again, I would need to know more about this portion, which is great to see. I never knew that CoinMarketCap has this token unlocks and allocations. But that gives people an understanding of the dilution that can be involved into it. So that's very interesting. But hopefully I broke that down fast enough and well enough for you. Do you think YFI will hit 100,000? I mean, YFI has already hit 100,000, hasn't it? YF or YFI 2, is that what you're talking about? Or YFI? It's a YFII. YFI is currently at $6,000, which it hasn't had that major push that we've seen from it in the past. But it, in the last 7 days, is as low as $6,000. And if we look at the last month, it was as low as $4,000. In the last year, we could see this again. The lowest point was about $4,000, and it did pick up to about $7,000. I did see before that it was at $10,000, but if you look at all history, it was at, I believe the highest point was $93,000 for this play. And this is something that only has 36,000 YFI available. So, and it's worth a $2 million, $220 million market cap. I do think that it could potentially get there. There's no dilution into it. It's just what is available is what is available. You do have a $3 billion market cap that it got to. I think, yes, definitely can. I've seen a lot of talk about this play getting up to way higher figures. And if I truly had a decent amount, where is it available? If I truly had a decent amount, I would buy one. I would buy one at $6,000. But that's just me. It's a lot of money, but it's also something that could potentially be worth so much more. And honestly, I'm not sure. Let me go into how much I have in Tether. Yes or no? Should I buy one of YFI? So I'm going to ask you this poll. I'm going to start this poll, and if it's yes, I will buy one. 67% say yes. 50% say yes. 67, 52, 62. It's changing quite a bit. Got 12 votes. Guys, vote. And also make sure you check out my link for BTCC.
Angry Alex donated $2 Canadian through Super Chat. Matt, quick price prediction on VSG this run?
So I don't want to go heavily into that because they like I like VSG. I like where it's going and everything there. And I have a lot of VSG, or not a lot of VSG, but I do have a decent amount of it. I think it could potentially run a lot more. The issue is that I don't know everything that is going on with it right now, so I'm a little unprepared for that. but maybe a little bit later or a later date to see where VSG is going. Again, I have a decent amount of VSG left in my portfolio. So because I did, take profit as time went on. Obviously, as I see my overall value being worth $100,000, I was like, okay, this is insane, and taking some profit as time goes on. But I still do have a decent amount of VSG that is there, a large amount of VSG. So I'll do that at a later date. I do appreciate the super chat a lot. I need Gary to quit like yesterday. Inflation is hitting, so I'm gonna have to sell off instead of continuing to wait. Yeah, I mean that's the tough part is knowing that like if you get to a point where it's not you don't need it right now, you don't need the money, but then the economy looks worse or food costs more and you have to pull some money out of different places and now you have daycare and all these other daycare is a ridiculously expensive thing. I know because we've paid it for 7 straight years. Um, yeah, we've been paying it for a long time, and then Harper finally got out of daycare, and then we took Hayden out of daycare for a while, not 7 straight years, but we took Hayden out of daycare for a while. But then we realized she was lacking in having friends, those connections, those conversations with people, and being able to to not be shy and everything. We want her to want to go and make friends and have fun and talk about her friends. She talks about so many people. Literally, the one day Erica told me when she left daycare. Um, she had a line of kids ready to give her a hug, so that she, could say bye to them. And I was like, that's amazing, that she's creating these connections, creating these, relationships and conversations with people. And she's telling me about the things that her and her friends were talking about, and it's just so much better than her talking to me or learning from a screen or learning from a book. Um, just by herself or just with me. So, um, yeah, it's great to see that. But anyways, daycare super expensive. Um, so it sucks that you get to a point where you're like, oh, you know what? I might need this money. So we need to see these gains now. And I hope that we do. I really do. For your sake and for my sake, I hope that we do. I don't necessarily need the money, but so right now it's 59%, 58%. Some people believe I shouldn't, some people believe I should.
Angry Alex donated $2.79 through Super Chat. Thanks for the stream. Time to sleep. Good
Well,
night.
well, sorry that I don't know what time it is there, but uh, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the conversation and questions. I really do appreciate it. Any Jasmine news and price predictions for predictions for prices? Not at the moment. I mean, I've had all my predictions for prices. It really hasn't changed. Um, but yeah, we're sitting in a decent spot to where a purchase is not bad. I did end up buying some Jasmine coin in BTCC, right? Yes, I did. I have this Jasmine long. Looks like there's an error. Something happened where there was an error. Um, but I do have this Jasmine long in BTCC that I took at a 10x leverage, which is up $2.40 right now. But I have no newer price prediction for it right now. Um, let's see. Ethereum is looking really, really good at 3,300. It's up 7% in the last 24 hours, 5% in the last hour. Solana is up 1% in the last hour, almost 3% in the last 24 hours. BNB was at a good spot of like $600, and now it's picking back up 2% in the last hour, or 1.5% in the last 24 hours. XRP is still slightly down in the last 24 hours, but still up in the last hour.
Mike Wiseman donated £4.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Your XRP prediction by the new year?
So my XRP prediction for the new year is what I want to see. but it's not confirmed because altcoin season, in my opinion, should have already happened. But Bitcoin just continues to run. And maybe it's going to be that resistance from 100,000. It's going to be at like 99,000. And then people are going to be like, all right, I'm done. Um, and that may be the case where we end up seeing a December boom, explosion. Was it boom December? We're, we're going to see that. Um, So I know we were talking about Boom Vember, and we have seen things absolutely explode, especially Bitcoin. But for XRP, I want to see over a $100 billion market cap. I would like to see a $5 price point by the end of this year, but a a one or $100 billion market cap break would be amazing. Um, I think that's all I really want as of right now, and that's not even a selling point for me. I mean, for um my Margex positions, yes, but not for my main position. Did you get into Turbo? I don't think so. I might have it, but I don't know. I heard Jasmy was listed on Korean's biggest exchange. Pretty bullish news. Any type of listing is bullish. I haven't seen that information, but fantastic to hear it here. Jasmy top altcoin season. Jasmy top in the altcoin season. I think $1 to $1.50 is definitely my level that it's going to get to. Um, and do I want to see more than that? Absolutely. Do I plan on holding 1 million while it's at that point? No, I don't. I don't expect to really make $1 million from Jasmy coin. However, there always is a chance that I could. I expect to make hundreds of thousands from Jasmy 100%. Um, but I don't expect to make 1 million from it. Good morning, Matt. Do you think that Compound and Bitcoin Cash will run this season? Yes. I don't have much Compound, and honestly, I maybe should buy Compound right now. I don't have much Compound, but I have one position in Compound at I think 5x leverage, or maybe even more than that on Margex. Uh, yeah, Compound 10x leverage. I have $1,000 here, and I'm currently up $35 on that play. Um, so yeah, I think Compound's definitely going to run. And Bitcoin Cash, but I have no type of information on Bitcoin Cash exactly what I feel about it, or where I really believe it's going price prediction wise. Comp is up 3.8%. Yeah, I know it looks great for me at least. 36% or 36% there, but also a $36 gain. Now what happens with Gary Gensler? Did he fire or not? I didn't. Did he fire? Did he get fired? I don't believe so. Let's see an update to crypto news. It's still talking about Bitcoin to $100,000. Um, why is Logan Paul misleading fans more important than Bitcoin? I feel like that's like a given. It's like when something is expected, you you don't sit here and just uh, put that there as like top news. It's like, yeah, we expected him to do what he does. Um, anyways, what was I saying? Something about something about Gary Gensler news. The last thing we had is from 13 hours ago, it looks like. A woman for a job. Trump favors a crypto savvy lawyer to replace SEC Chief Gensler. Speculation on the next chair of Securities and Exchange Commission continue to swirl. Incoming president or U.S. President Donald Trump remains something, something, something. Crypto regulation or regulatory future brightens as Gary Gensler likely to exit. Like him choosing to exit or get fired. There's just so much conversation around that. Um, Gary Gary's so easy to forget. What does that mean? Like he's going to be very easy to forget because the crypto market's going to boom, or his name is easy to forget. Um, Jasmine is like XRP. It's the only crypto with legal clarity in Japan. I'll let that sink in. Interesting. I mean, yeah, XRP is truly the only crypto with legal clarity, but it still doesn't have legal clarity in the US at the moment. When Gary's gone, everything has legal clarity. USDT is offering 15% interest. I couldn't be more happier at my crypto positions. Now I'm just waiting for my exit plan to change my life. That would be amazing. And I hope that it really does happen for you easily because it starts to get very, very difficult um, when you get to higher figures, right? When you start seeing 400,000, $500,000, $600,000, when you see how high your portfolio is, there's many people that'll say, why not just take it now? Why not just take your whatever 300, $400,000 right now and be happy with what you have? Because that is life-changing money that you can use for maybe even the next 10 years. You can still work your job if you wanted to, and you can work whatever hours you wanted. You don't have to work overtime, and you have an extra $300,000, $400,000, maybe even 500. Um, and it can get so easy to take that. So it that's a very, very difficult part of investing. They say the most difficult part is getting into a trade. No, no, no. The the worst part or the most difficult part of investing is selling it. Having a foolproof strategy, foolproof plan to sell your cryptocurrency at the right point that makes you the the happiest, not necessarily the happiest with like how much money you have, but just the happiest about feeling comfortable about what you still hold, and then also feeling great about what you have left. Knowing that you're not selling at the absolute top, right? But you are still protecting yourself. So it gives you um, kind of clear mind to know I'm not going to lose $5 million in a matter of seconds, right? I already profited off of this and I'm able to capture 1 million or 2 million of that. So it's difficult. It is. I've been there where I've haven't sold in positions and still are a part of those positions. Like when I had or when I had a large amount of AMC, I think I had like 2,000 shares, I want to say. But when I had my large amount of AMC, and it got up to worth $100,000, I did already take my initial investment, so I was happy with that. But I should have taken profit as well, not just my initial investment. I should have taken a decent amount of profit as it got up to higher points. But the diamond hands kicked in, and I was just like, I want to hold for longer, um, which didn't turn out the best. Um, and then I did reinvest some of that money into it just to be able to get 1,000 again because of the all of the reverse split that they did and the dilution and all that stuff. So it sucked, but it still was great to be able to start my crypto career because if I didn't take that $16,000 of my initial investment, I would have never put that into Coinbase, which meant I probably wouldn't be exactly where I am today with cryptocurrency. I might have been at a better spot, maybe, because I might have invested in the bottom of the bear market, but who knows? So, all right. So where is everything at? Thank you, Paul, for that super sticker. You're saying get some coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'll get some water. I'll, I'll cheers. What's happening with Litecoin? Litecoin looks okay. It's not great. It should be a lot greater, and it will be. And I have 133 of it, but it'll get better. So cheers to everybody that's seeing gains today. Even if you're not seeing gains today, still cheers. to you as well. I'm so happy in my positions now. I'm just waiting for my exit plan to change my life. You didn't you? Oh, okay. I'm waiting for that as well. What is the best cold storage device in your opinion? I mean, I have a Ledger Stacks, uh, but that's all I have. Um, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with that. I literally just have what I have, and I'm gonna continue to use that. I have no issues with it, and I like it. I like the way it looks. I wish it was a little bit more like I can see how much is on there from the device itself, rather than having to go into the app to see all of that information. I wish it would just display when you select like Bitcoin or something or select Ethereum, it'll say you have 11 Ethereum or 5 Ethereum or something. Is ETH still running? Let's refresh. Looks like ETH is at 3,300. It's great to see that level of growth. And Bitcoin is down by 0.36%. 0.36% in the last hour. It's still up by 4% in the last 24 hours, but it's coming down a little bit in the last hour. And I hope that Ethereum absolutely picks up and altcoins absolutely pick up. And we see a lot of that money start to trickle into other things. Because what was the highest price that this got to? The all-time high had to have been from today. Why am I scrolling up? I'm scrolling down. I want to go into Bitcoin and then see the all-time high. All-time high was from today, November 21st, 2 hours ago. That was at $98,342.13. Is that the resistance point? Or are we going to see it get to 99? Or are we going to see it break 100,000? Those are the real questions. Holy moly, have you seen Seth? I haven't. ETH is ripping. It definitely is making moves. I don't know if it's classified as like ripping, but it's up by 7% today. I mean, it did move heavily in the last like hour because it's up by 5% in the last hour. So maybe you can classify that as ripping. If you were looking at that in the stock market, you would be like, yeah, this is absolutely moving. But the crypto market, it's like it needs to see at least 30% for it to be ripping. Because I say that something's exploding in a video and they're like, that's not exploding. It's up 15%. Relax. I'm like, 15% is a lot. I'm not kidding, guys. Blub? I don't know what that is. Crypto storage devices still use seed phrase, so you don't necessarily need the hardware. It's true. All I know is that if somebody wanted to sell my crypto out of my Ledger wallet, they can't do that unless they have the device itself. So if they got my phone and they wanted to sell everything that's in there, they can't do it without that. And obviously, they wouldn't be able to even access that without my seed phrase. So it's it's still secure on both ends. It's just I wouldn't be able. I could still recover it either way, um, but they would need that phrase in order to fully recover it and be able to kind of pull it off. I think we would break 100K if you check out the stock flow model. It's inevitable. Well, yeah, I hope we break 100K. Well, I honestly don't care about Bitcoin running 100K. I want to see everything else make moves. I don't care about Bitcoin. I really don't. I think it's going to be like this whole situation. It's going to be important for the future and the history of crypto. But I mean, it's not in the grand scheme of things. It's just going to be a moot point where um, Bitcoin reaches 100K, takes off, the rest of the crypto market starts to flourish, and Bitcoin is there for nostalgic reasons. That's just my opinion, right? What are your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I really don't have much on um, Bitcoin Cash at all. I don't have any invested into there, and I haven't looked into it, so I don't know. But I know it will move. That's all I do know. So I don't. It feels like I've been live forever. I've been live for about 2 hours and 19 minutes. We need altcoins to move. We do, and maybe we'll get more of that movement in the when the stock market opens. Maybe, possibly, or possibly not. What? I don't know what that is. Do 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 do. Let's see. Your MicroStrategy absolutely flew in the last couple of months, and I love it. I love seeing that growth. Microsoft has been up. Tesla has been looking pretty good. From my investment point of $178.57, I have four. I wish I had more. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. um, I was looking to continue to buy more, but I decided to throw more money into MicroStrategy and Coinbase, which is fine. I still gained a lot with Coinbase. I'm also thinking about throwing money into Disney, even though Disney is reaching the 50 moving average, and it has since resisted from the 50 moving average, but it could be breaking through the 50 moving average. So I've been throwing less money into individual stock plays, but more money into the dividend plays, as well as money into the crypto market. All right. So this poll for YFI is at 50%. It's at 50% yes and 50% no. So I literally am no better off than where I was before I started this poll. That is crazy. Literally ended the poll with oh, it looks like 49% yes and 50%. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess it must have been like 50 point something and 49 point something to round up. So it's 50 to 49. Does that mean I buy it? That's a yes. Let me go over here and let me find my USDT and let me sell the USDT. Sell it. USDT. And let me find go back here. What am I doing here? Portfolio. To be fair, I voted yes just to remove it back from blocking the chat. So you didn't vote yes or no by one half. One half is not good enough, though. Trading is temporarily unavailable. Can't do it. So I guess I can't do it anyways. All right, well. Oh, so it shouldn't count as a yes vote. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, again, if you guys want to trade on BTCC, this platform, which is a great platform, you can actually do demo trading. So if you wanted to trade in demo trading and just trade with a hypothetical amount and just decide to put out some trades and see what works for you, you can do that. You can also do live trading if you wanted to and take your money and invest your money at up to a 500x leverage on certain things. I would never 500x leverage and made money off of it. Great. Doesn't happen often. Looks like we're buffering. I'm gonna wait until we stop buffering. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I did a 500x leverage, made money, and now I'm doing like simple 3x leverages and 5x leverages and then one 10x leverage. And you can also do a 2x leverage if you want to. That link is in the chat. I also have a link for Margex in the description if you guys are interested in that platform. Totally new and no clue how to leverage, but I did buy $1,000 in XRP in 2022 with 30 cents of a buy-in. Is that okay? You did buy, or in 2020, you did buy $1,000 XRP with 30 cents of a buy-in. I mean, that's amazing, right? So you have about 3,000 XRP, or is that a leverage trade? I'm not sure if that's what you're saying. Or did you only spend $30 or 30 cents and got $1,000 in XRP? I don't know what leverage that would be. Leverage trading isn't available in the UK due to the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority. Does Margex allow for this or no? So they do service the UK, so you should be allowed to do it, because that's the only thing you can do on their platform. You can't trade outright. You can own it and buy it and hold it, but you can't like just trade and own it 100% from that trade. You would have to buy it from USD or transfer it to Margex from another platform. So they don't really offer just like purchasing, if that makes sense. Technically they do, but it's not something that's like a standard process where you go through and you take USDT and buy it at a straight up. No, I purchased $1,000 worth at a cost of 30 cents per XRP. Oh, okay. So that's good then. You own the XRP outright. That's good. That's a great buy-in price, by the way. I mean, especially from where it is right now. Fantastic at that. Yeah. Is it cold up there today? It's very cold. From what I heard, it's supposed to snow. That's from what I heard. Is Ethereum still running? Oh yeah, it's up 7.7%. 3,333. Bitcoin's at 97K, got all the way up to 98, but now it's starting to decrease a little bit, and money is starting to flow into other things. Matt, can you show me how to copy trade? Can I show you how to copy trade? Yeah, sure. So you go into copy trade, you go into Margex over here. Oh, well, with BTCC, it's a different story. I haven't done that copy trading side of BTCC, but for Margex, it's pretty easy. Go over to copy trading. Once you click on copy trading, you would it would load for a while. It doesn't even look like it's loading. You can refresh it, and then it'll load eventually. This might be my internet or the system. I don't know, but it'll load the leaderboard at some point in the next 5 years. It'll load it. You can wait and just talk while you're waiting for it, and Yeah, it'll slowly load everything you needed to load. And then what you'll do is you'll follow a trade. So it says that I'm following this trade. I don't even think I have anything in there. So I don't know how I'm following it. But you would go in here to the trade itself. It is taking a very long time. You would see all of their stuff that they have here. So this over the last year and 6 months, they've had $6,000 worth of total profit. Um, they said they have a 2,000% ROI. I always look at the percentages by, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me fully when you have, $6,000 of total profit because it gives you the total profit that you've taken. But you're also seeing the growth because they have cryptocurrency that they've held for literally a year and 6 months. This total profit number only goes up when you take profit. So I like to go with ones that actually take profit and take losses and go through those standard trades. Yes, you want some that are long term, but you also want some that are um, shorter term so you can take that profit. But that's basically what you'll do. You'll go in there and you'll say, I want to follow this. And when you go to follow it, let me make sure that nothing else is popping up. When you go to follow it, it'll ask you, it'll ask you your Margex Tron wallet and how much you have, depending on what you have to invest there. And a minimum will be 150. So if you wanted to invest 150, you can invest 150, and it'll come out. I don't literally have any use for my Tron, so I'm going to take 190 and I'm just going to put it in this strategy just because. And I can't take any of the Tron out because it doesn't allow me to convert it. Um, but what? But then you say, I fully understand. I wish to continue depositing funds and blah, 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 blah. And then you follow. And you could easily do it. Now, you can do it with anyone there. Now, what you would do is you can withdraw whatever money you do have if you wanted to. But you can check out all the ones that you would use as collateral. So different ones that you would have here, you can use a USDC that's here. You can use Bitcoin that's here, which again, this strategy is worth the total strategy equity is $777,000, which is amazing. And 664 people are following this strategy. They have a 1,400% ROE. And let's see what type of profit they have taken. I know that most of these that are in there don't really take much profit. This they took, they're actually down by $47,000, but overall they're up a massive amount. If they decided to take all that profit, they would be up a lot, um, a large percentage. But the profit that they did take or the sales that they ended up getting liquidated on, they're down 47,000. They just haven't sold anything, I don't think. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt by seeing that. Now mine, it does show that I'm down by $8,000, and that's because I'm not I haven't sold anything yet, but I will sell it as it does get up to higher points. So you can literally go to my strategy that has been working out for the past few months. It sucks that I got in at a kind of a wrong turn moment. I wish I would have found or started my copy trading portfolio um, when Bitcoin came all the way down to what was it, like 40,000 or 50,000 or something. Came down to a very low amount, and Ethereum came down to like 2,000. I wish I would have started it then, but I started it while Ethereum was at like 3,500. Um, and things didn't really pan out super well for that. So again, I'm down quite a bit. It says 48% negative ROE, return on investment. You'll lose 48%. Um, but I want to see how many people are following this. So we got 22 people that are following the strategy. We're up to $20,000 that's there. We are down $8,000 there. I did change my strategy a little bit. So we had a couple of people that invested $100 there. We had $20 here. But I did change my strategy a little bit. And the reason why I changed the follower tiers, 80%, I wanted to make up for whatever those losses are. So I wanted to give you 80% follower share. So whatever I make in profit, 20% goes to me if you invest over $500. Um, and 80% will go to you. If you invest more than $10, 60% will go to the other person. So no matter what, you guys are getting more of the profit than me. That's the best that I could do. I wanted to do 100% for all of you guys. Um, but they wouldn't allow me to do that because you have to have some profit that goes towards the trader. So 60%, 70, and 80% is what the numbers are. So anybody that is invested there will receive 80% of the profits that do come through. If you're a newer investor, then obviously you're getting nothing but profits because in the last month or so, I'm up 19% in ROE. In the last year, obviously, I've only been around and down 48% is what it says. And in the last day, it's at 4.5%. So, um, and I continue, like I look at my trades. These are all my trades that I have now in my copy trading portfolio. So I have Compound, I have Shiba Inu that I've already taken profit on. I've had Pepe, I've already taken some profit on. Link, I've already taken half the profit. The Jasmine coin, I've already taken, or I haven't taken any of that. Dogecoin, I've taken the profit twice, and I'm still up $900. I also have XRP that I believe I'm up 1,400 or 1,500, and then Ethereum that I'm up quite a bit as well. So if that loads somehow, some way, scroll down. Yeah, Ethereum I'm up $5,000, and XRP I'm up $1,425. So if I literally took all this profit, right, I'm down $8,000 on my portfolio. If I take this 5,000, then we have another, I guess, 6,000 plus 7,000, 8,000 plus these two. Yeah, 8,000, 9,000, right? We have 10. So nine and a half to almost $10,000 there. So you'd be up about $2,000 or so um, on the overall portfolio if I took those trades. But I think that these are going to go a lot further. We're going to see Bitcoin run a lot more. Sorry, Ethereum run a lot more. XRP, obviously, we want to see that get up to $1.50, $2, and we'll see much more gains that are there. And we'll continue to make trades as we find those opportunities. But yeah, that's copy trading portfolio. If you want to check out Margex, again, the link is in the chat. If you want to also look at BTCC, you can find that link in the description to bring you here to sign up and start using BTCC as well, just like I'm using over here. Yo, Matt, what's your plan for paying capital gains? Well, most of it, I hope, will be long-term capital gains tax, but I do have some short-term capital gains. Um, Coinbase does track a great tracking of capital gains tax. Um, so if you have Coinbase, you can utilize their platform to easily have that form. Um, but for the most part, I have to track everything myself and see what those gains are. I'm usually going by the ins and outs that I send over to my bank because anytime I do gain something, I'm typically cashing out and putting it over there. So depending on what that is. Now the issue is um, taking my initial investment versus like if I sell a portion of it, I'm technically not really making any money. So that's always the difficult point is once you sell some, uh, it's then looked at like how much you had and how much you ended up making off of that. So it's all based off of how much you took. So um, if you have 1,000 shares of something and you bought it at $3 and you then take out 300 of those shares, you're now looking at a 300 shares that you bought versus taking out those 300 shares and how much you made off of that 300. So you have to do that calculation yourself because there's not many forms that you would have on a lot of other platforms. So yeah, I did hear Trump was proposing no tax on crypto, or did I dream of that? I heard it was no tax on cryptocurrencies, American-made cryptocurrencies. So anything that's like a Ripple, or trying to think of anything else. I don't know, but I know Ripple or XRP is. Well, Margex is kind of slow to load up. I mean, it was slow for me. This is the first time I've seen it that slow, but it did speed up as you saw me get through it. Come on, Matt. Can we talk a bit about the market? For some reason, the last 3 months, it's just all about your profits. Um, I typically talk about my positions. I don't really ever talk about anybody else's positions. I talk about my positions. That's what this channel is about. It's about education through experience. Um, and so we talk about the market quite a bit and where the market is, and talk about Bitcoin and a lot of other things that maybe I don't have. But majority of the conversations flow around what I want to talk about. I wouldn't call him that, mom to the max, to say like what a dick for saying that. No, I mean everybody has their own opinion, and if you want me to talk about the markets, obviously I talk about the markets. You have to be here during those times where I talk about it a little bit more, and throughout I will talk about it more. Um, but I try to make sure people understand that profits can be made. If we just talk about where things are going and nobody has any type of experience making money in those situations, um, you don't feel like you can do it too. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular person that decided to, um, one, make videos about my cryptocurrency positions, and then also talk about the gains that could be made, right? And I want to show people that you can make these gains. I want to show people that it's not easy, but it is something that you can learn how to do. So that's kind of my plan. Yeah, but it was a real dick way to present the opinion. Yeah, that's very true. It's not wrong. This is Matt's channel. Yeah, it is. It is my channel. I can do with it what I will. Finally, ETH woke up and immediately my altcoins went up. That's great to see. Said the woman who called a stranger a dick. um, at this stage, it doesn't matter about Gary Gensler anymore. I mean, it still does. If we had news that he was staying in that seat, crypto would tank. It does matter about him at this point, but it doesn't because we know he's not going to be there. Um, I get what you mean, Mom to the Max. It just sounds off the way. Um, Seeing Bitcoin reach all-time high is exciting. Need the altcoin season to start ASAP. Yeah, I mean most people are like Bitcoin to 100,000. Great. What does this mean for altcoin season? That's most of everyone's reaction because we understand that obtaining Bitcoin is you want to obtain one, and trying to obtain one at this point is it's $100,000, right? That's a lot of money. It's just like the stock market, right? If you see a price of a certain position and it's at $3,000 per coin, you don't want to buy it. Even buying a portion of it just doesn't feel right. You want to hold one whole, you share of that company. But if you're holding a portion of that share, it's not going to feel the same or hit the same when you see these level of gains, right? You want to hold one. You want to hold at least one, and Bitcoin provided that opportunity at 15,000. I think Ethereum provides that opportunity now, and I think others can also provide those opportunities in altcoins. See, that's why we look for altcoins because they provide the opportunity to get one, two, three, four, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, a million, right? And now you can start to do those calculations. Say, if this gets to $1, I have $10,000. I have $20,000. I have $152 million, whatever, right? You can do that calculation. What do you do to keep all your money safe from hackers? um, I so whenever I go on like a site, I know there's a lot of people that will take their MetaMask or their Coinbase wallet and they will link it directly to a site and keep it linked to a lot of these places. Sometimes these places go under and they get all that information that they have, and that money, that information either gets sold or whatever. I go into MetaMask very often, and if I do link it to any type of place, I unlink it very quick. Um, yes, I do. Like if I link it to somewhere and I invest, I'll link it to there. I will invest, but I also go into MetaMask and I unlink it, and it's very simple to do that. If you go into your, I'm trying to see it. They did change this a little bit. All permissions. I think that's where it is. So yeah, if you go into all permissions, you'll see what you're linked to. And if you're linked to something, um, you'll be able to unlink. So you can click on that and you can say um, disconnect from this account, and you can disconnect from anything else that you really wanted to. And you don't have to be completely linked from there. And I think that's a solid point to how I protect that. Exchanges, I mean, I it's an exchange, right? I do the best I can to not click on any links that are on either my phone or on email, whether it seems like it's coming from Coinbase or not. I don't do it. I just really try and protect as much as possible. And for me, it's very difficult because I'm constantly showing positions. I'm constantly showing my portfolios, which I've done a better job at not showing my actual portfolio and more or less just going into this place, right? Coin market cap, rather than going into all of my portfolios. So that's a better way of doing it. But it's not a complete plan to say this will 100% work. Anything could happen. I'm just hoping that I'm able to profit a large amount before that something does happen, whatever that is. What moves can he do in 2024 in 24 hours? Interest, if you compare in 2020 and now, same for others. Let's say the top 50 that you know of. What moves ETH can do in 24 hours? Are you asking? I don't know if you're asking these questions or if it's like who knew that ETH can do these moves in 24 hours? Like I thought that like that's how it looked. I don't know. What about Crow Timber? What's Crow Timber? Because I mean, ten, timber is gone. Like uh like September, Crow Timber. That's over and done with. Now we're on to Boomvember and uh uh God Candle December. I don't know. I wonder how much it typically moves in 24 hours since it is big. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money that's flowing in and out of Ethereum, so yeah, it moves quite a bit. I don't know the typical movement percentage wise. I know the market cap can also have a large effect because it takes up what 12% of the dominance. Um, so it was once 20%, and now it's at 12% because Bitcoin has moved so far. But it's great to see Ethereum up to almost 3,400. Um, all right, guys. I think I have to go. I said I was going to be here until not this. I didn't do the math, and this is about 3 hours. So if you guys could Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification. Yes, Jasmine is still a good buy. It's still a good play. I just bought some Jasmine at 2 cents. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out all of the links down below. It does help out the channel. You can check out my link for Patreon, for Twitter, all of that, as well as if you wanted to check out my link for BTCC. Honestly, again, great platform. 10% deposit bonus up to $10,000 in extra bonuses and 40% lower trading fees. And you could do a 500x leverage if you want to. I've been trading here, and I have a recent trade that I made on for Jasmine Coin. I'm up $21 right now, or 20%. Great to see. Up $70 here, or 115% for Caspa. Fantastic. And I hope to see more and more success as time goes on. But I also have a link for Margex if you guys are interested in trading or copy trading. Feel free to check that out. I gotta go, and I'll catch all of y'all in the next video. Hopefully, by the time we get back talking about crypto, or by the time I get back to my desk, Ethereum's up to $4,000. That would be amazing. But how do I convert all my already made investment wallets into one seed phrase? I just found out people do that. That seems easier to me. I feel like that would be too much of a conversation at this moment. Maybe somebody else can ask about that. No problem for the Margex link. Gotta go. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for